Yeah, Janko Hill Road. Long time. Almost 40 years since me not come around them place. Yeah. Somebody have bees box. You know, honey business and money business at Jamaica. And I deal with them honey thing there. So. Bees box, them and them weird. Yeah, I decided to walk on a Janko Hill Road today. And a little boy, I'm not come around them place, yeah. You know, and decided today take a little walk since I was already in this vicinity. I'm surprised that the road looked like a vehicle could still drive come around here. I expect to find a mash up road, a little one track way, you know, like some places, but I was surprised to see that you could still drive a vehicle come around here. Yeah, it's a pleasant surprise. Nice big gourd tree, call them calabash. Something. Calabash up on tree there. Gourdy. Yeah, boy, we used to dig them out and use them, make vessel where you can carry water, eat out of them kind of business there. And sitting there, we used to go around with a picnic. A nice star apple tree, even though I'm not seeing a star apple on there. Can't tell that people still cut lumber and things around there. If you look on some of the tree, them you can see them freshly cut by a chainsaw. And the lumber is still harvested here. Yeah, man. So, many years ago, maybe 2012, maybe. That's when I never come this far. Let's come out of the front this way. There was a funeral. Mass Money was buried that time. Gabriel Reed, one of the elders in Illos Valley, him they drop out and his funeral. Round us and keep him funeral, you know. On Janko Hill Road there. That's the last time I come out on Janko Hill Road. And like me say, I never come around for so far around it yet. It's just out of the front there, so. So wanted to come take a look at one look on Mass Money grave. Because from him buried around here, I never really come back around here, and the thing is, Mass Money was very good to me. Yeah, he was the agent of my property. He used to take care of my property for me. So he was the agent. So, you know, after we bury him around here, I really come back. Seemed like there was a house spot right there, so at some point like somebody had lived there. Not sure what's going on there, but seemed like somebody had lived there at some point. I can see the little track leading down to the house. You see all pipe to carry water leading down there. Yeah. If you look carefully, you can see the pipe. That pipe carry water down there, so somebody used to live. Yeah, around here, Hoodland now, Janko Hill, but I look at Mass Money grave right up here. So I remember they talk about an old lady who buried up here first donkey years ago. Her name was Miss Bella. Her son and grandkids are still alive. Mass Johnny still alive and don't live in Illos Valley no more. He moved gone to Yellows. Spring Pass area somewhere there, so but Mass Johnny then land. You can often see Mass Johnny's son Neville right in a Bay Square selling shamai and those products to cars and them where they stuff to clean your car. Look, there's a zinc building here, like a shed or something. I'm not gonna go there or go inside of it. I'm just gonna go where Mass Money grave and the other grave them is. I don't remember so many graves being around here when we come and bury Mass Money here. So maybe either my recollection is not good, or maybe they bury some others. But if I had to guess, I would say this one right here would be Mass Money, and those are, I don't know who, and I'm gonna go out on a limb and say this one right here must be Miss Bella, the lady that I spoke about, Mass Johnny mother and Neville grandmother. Not really sure, it seemed to be an Ola style grave, so I'm just assuming. Yeah? But these are the ones. See, there's 5 more modern, grave style. And that one seemed to be, when them bury you in a dirt and then build something on top of it. I'm just assuming. I'm not saying that's the case, because I can't say for sure. Aki Mango. Nice peaceful little spot to rest, I would say. Plenty of lumber, even jackfruit. Wow. There's a jackfruit tree right here. Some nice jackfruit, and a ripe or nothing to it, but it's nice that you could still come around here and find fruits. Mango, coconut, jackfruit, star apple. Wow. Look at this flowers tree. You can tell this flowers tree has to be 50, 60 years old. It's a croton, a black croton. Humongous. You might not be able to see it properly because it's a black looking tree and it's kind of dark. But this tree right here is a croton. And the biggest croton me ever see. In all my life, it's the biggest croton I've ever seen. I mean, camera won't do it justice, but it's huge. Huge. Can't climb. What's left of a wreath somebody had put on a grave. That's what's left of it. I'm quite sure it was very beautiful wreath when it was first placed on top of a grave here. But this croton tree, man, I'm telling you, this is all a croton tree. Huge. The biggest one I've ever seen, no doubt. Nice coconut tree. It's a banana tree. Wow. A lot of pimento trees and stuff like that. Yeah. So this is called Jonker Hill Road. I'm leaving the property now. Good for me to come back and see Mass Money grave. I don't know who the other people buried there is, other than Miss Bella. I know people say Miss Bella was buried here. This was her property, so I guess that's correct. Mass Money and some other people seem to have buried there more recent. Or at least that's what it seems like to me. I don't know what kind of infrastructure this is in the middle of the road. Seems to be concrete. I don't know if this is where they mixed the concrete when they were building the graves. Maybe. I don't know. I'm just assuming. But we're back on Jonker Hill Road and you can see the pipeline. Carry water, so somebody had lived there. A lot of remnants of people living here. Look, there's a dish in a mill plate. I love seeing old stuff like those. I really do. Those are who know me would have known that I grew up with my grandmother here in the Yellows Valley. And when you grow up with your granny, you grow up with old people certain things rub off on you, you know. When you're a youth, you don't know, so boy, you're going to appreciate them things there. But it's when you become much older, you know. Look, here's some of the water boot. Some of the old water boot. When you become much older, you start to appreciate the things them where you grew up with. The things them where your granny and grandfather did have in their house. And when you see them things there, you just remember back certain things in your days, and it's a good feeling, you know. Good to be home, you know. Yeah, I like stuff like that, old stuff. So when I see like an old enamel plate like that, bring back memories. Yeah. Anyway, I'm getting out close to the end at Jankro Hill Road now. Getting back, I would say, getting back out in civilization, so to speak. Beautiful hill over there. That's what I like, the mountains. I like to see the mountains too, you know. Yeah. Continue down Jankro Hill Road. Yeah. Alright, folks. So, reach back out close to civilization. Somebody living here on this nice wall, and they're digging down. My brethren, Leon Grace, film spot this. And they might dig down as if they wanna get more yard space. And then gonna build some more block and stuff. Shango! More people better around there after mass money. Oh. So I was correct. See more graves. And people all grave them just. People take it as, you know, they kind of look down on it if you have to be buried in a public cemetery. Everybody like to have land, so when there's a death in the family, you bury them in your family plot, or bury them on your land in a private spot where you can take care of the grave yourself. You know, people frowns upon when they have to bury their dead in the public cemetery because people gotta go walk up on them and they don't really get properly taken care of. Alright, so there's mountains and mountains and mountains. Hills, which I love hills. I love to look at them. Beautiful. Beautiful. Alright, so we're coming out to the end of Jankro Hill Road. We will meet up on the Ehlers Valley Main Road. And these walls, you can tell that these infrastructure were put in place, you know, maybe 70, 80 years ago. You know. Many years ago. There's a story that said one of the main men that built some of these walls, they call him Get Round. His name was Mr. Bell. He had actually married to my grandmother. Her name was Evelyn Campbell. But she married to him and became Evelyn Bell. They both went to England. They lived in Birmingham, England for many, many years. Had children there. 3 boys, Denzel, Clint, and Barry. Those are my grandmother's kids that were born in England. But my grandmother, Miss Evelyn Campbell, before she became Bell, she had 3 girls here in Ehlers Valley. My mother, Pansy, then Valerie and Dimple. There's also a boy, his name was Kenrick. She had a boy from my grandfather, his name was Kenrick. He died. He had died as a small child and buried further up the road there. But these walls here was said to be built by Get Round, Mr. Bell. I don't know what his first name was. I'm sure I could find out from some of my cousins in Birmingham. But these walls, there's quite a bit of them. He was one of the men working on them. I heard he was one of the main men working on them, and it's quite a few of these walls here in Ehlers Valley, these stone walls. So mind your drop. Yeah. So anyways, and these walls, you can tell them money and these guys, they know how to build stone wall. They really know what they were doing. No joke. You know. Well built all these years and they're still standing firm. You know, still standing firm. That's nice to see. Alright, so another shot of the mountains, and that's probably where I'm going to leave this video. Again, I'm in Ehlers Valley, St. Thomas, Jamaica. Popular town here is Yallahs. Yeah, so big up on yourself, and once again I like to appeal to all Jamaican residents abroad. I like telling them, don't be afraid to come back to Jamaica. People are all about crime and violence everywhere in the world. Not worse than Jamaica. In fact, the crime rate cut in Jamaica. Jamaica's a lot safer now. So, yeah, that's a basic school. Used to be the basic school, the Ehlers Valley Basic School. It's now like a factory where they process ackee. So, alright, so I'm gonna end this video. I'll end this video right now. Alright, peace out.